here today to show you how to get out of a problem like that. It's an issue. Sheared bolts. These are rear brackets removed from a rear bumper for Discovery. Now they have obviously been there for many years, probably since the Discovery was built, and they've basically just seized in the holes. Now to get into, you can't get into them with heat to loosen them off. Well, you could if you wanted to try, but the chances are you're going to burn any wires out there for the bumper lights. Tried to undo them with a socket originally, and basically just snapped off. Two in this one in that one. Now that one's obviously been removed already, and the way I've done it is, I'll show you how. The stumps there, get them all cleaned off, so they get to get rid of any of the rust, just to get them, make them stick nice and clean steel. The idea is to get another bolt, whichever size, shape, whatever, it's up to you. Clean all the end off to make clean steel again. Weld them together like that, and obviously turn. Now, what you're getting through that is, the chances are the weld is going to be much stronger than the original bolt anyway, so you've got a bit more of a hold, and also with welding, the heat will also hopefully loosen off some of the gunk, rust, whatever that's seized and holding it in. So what I've done is, just to save you a bit of boring time, I've cleaned the two stumps off already. So what I'm going to do now is weld the new bolt on. And if you want to, when you're cleaning off, clean the bracket off here for your for your welder earth, to give you a good earth. So I know a lot of people sometimes often grind and clean a bit of the vise off, so whatever they're putting on the vise, in the vise, is always going to be earth directed to that, so you can plug it straight onto there or whatever. But that's why I've done it for today. Now let's get set up. So earth onto the nice clean steel, and you want to try and keep the bolt as straight as possible. When you're turning it, it'll stay nice vertical. If you get it to one side and turn it, you might do it, but the chances are you're going to be like that, and keeping a socket on it, a spanner on it, is going to be difficult. So let's weld it up and try and keep it as straight as possible. So what I do is just tack it on first, just a little bit, and then try and hammer a bit more weld on it. I'll try and do it so you can actually see what I'm doing. Place it on top, keep it in position. One piece on one little tack on one side, allow you to obviously move it so that's far off. Try and keep a bit of weight on it, try and keep it straight. It's difficult, I know, a lot of the time, but right, it should be enough. Right, so like I say, with the heat of the weld and the strength of the weld, I've chosen a 17mm, so obviously the bigger bolt you choose, the stronger it's going to be, and the more of a grip on it you're going to get with a bigger spanner. So the idea is now just to try and turn. Now that's obviously quite strong, stiff still. Now what I'll try to do is go one way, go the other way, go one way, go the other way. Obviously you want it out, you don't want it to go in. suggest you do, every time you go, try and unscrew it. Try and unscrew it so it goes tight, bring it back and just work your way around, backwards and forwards. If you try and go tight or unloose all the time, you're going to end up twisting and possibly snapping the bottom. You don't want to end up doing that again. And you can tell it wasn't loose when I first started, so it is a genuine problem I'm having. There we go. There you go. It looks like a full bolt, that. So what you do now, cut it off, obviously either in line with the original bolt or slightly higher onto the new bolt if you like. Clean the new bolt off again and start again with the second one, which I'm going to do now to show you. Obviously there you go, all clean. All you have to do is go over with a quick grinder and whatever, excuse me, and job's a good one. So on to the next one. Clean these bolts off. That's clean. Into the vise. Might have to reclamp it when it's welded together because twisting it might just pop it off, but for now that'll do. So earth back on, just on the side. We'll do that. Like so, weld into the new bolt. Tack it first. Turn the machine on first. Tack it first. Oh, good, quiet. Off. Right, so again then, give it a second to cool, because obviously until it's cooled off a little bit it's going to be that strong. Won't need much more than that. I'll try it gently first just to see what you're going to get. Now it is a bit easier actually than the other one. That's what I thought was going to happen that. But now I've got it set up, I can actually just clamp the end, get a stronger hold, go at it like this. Now I know what it's like when something shears. It is absolutely devastating if you've got a job to do, and especially if it's an awkward thing and you don't really know 100% how to go about getting it out. A lot of people would. A lot of people would take it somewhere, or obviously going to cost money, or they would, which I've done before but in smaller sort of cases, cut it clean, drill it out, drill the centre out with a small drill bit, that's another way of doing it, and work your way up drill bits until you get just short of the thread, and then re-tap it. And that's fine on a smaller sort of scale, but on a bigger scale it's going to take you 10 times as long as this. And there you go, second one's done. So that's how you do it. So I'm ready to now clean up, find myself some new bolts and refit. Thanks for watching, hope it's been enjoyable for you to watch, and also you've learnt a bit from it. Go about your own thing. This might save you a lot of time and effort, and if you haven't got welders, you know, get it all prepared. If you've got a little grinder, invest in a little grinder, 20 quid, get it all ready, take it to someone who will weld it for you. They might charge you a couple of quid or whatever. Hopefully it's for the second or two it's going to take. Take it home, wind it out, you're done. Right, cheers guys.